Hello, today I've come to Hemel Hempstead in Hertfordshire, home of the Magic Roundabout that's not the Magic Roundabout and in fact the Plough Roundabout. But that's not important right now because they've recently made a new addition to their exciting roundabout portfolio, and this one's an absolute gem. Snuggled cosily in the middle of an industrial estate next to a fuel depot and moments from a motorway slip road is a new roundabout that opened but a few weeks ago at a cost of £2 million. The roundabout connects Boundary Way, Buncefield Lane, and there's an entrance to a distribution centre as well. It was built to replace a roundabout that connected Boundary Way, Buncefield Lane, and there was an entrance to a distribution centre as well. But wait, this new one has some fancy coloured tarmac, and that's because it's a Dutch-style roundabout known in the Netherlands as a roundabout. It features built-in pedestrian crossings and a cycle lane, which is quite simple really, despite what the Daily Mail think. It's a roundabout where the order of priority is pedestrians first, then cyclists, and finally motorists. If you're driving, it's expected that you'll stop to let these cross at the appropriate places, whether you're approaching or exiting the roundabout. If you're not sure, and obviously Hertfordshire County Council won't, there's a handy video animation to guide you through the process because, we're all idiots. At first glance, you'd think that this roundabout was a complete waste of time. It sits in the middle of an industrial estate right next to the M1 motorway, and accordingly there are large numbers of heavy goods vehicles going about their business pretty much 24/7. With little to no housing in the area, who on earth is walking or cycling around here? Not that many people, it turns out, and the roundabout is indeed a complete waste of time. At least for now. This is a situation where some preparations are being made for the future because there's a large plan underway to completely mess up this side of Hemel Hempstead. But let's start with the roundabout, which was funded by an organisation known as Active Travel England, a badly thought out spin-off of the Department of Transport. Their objective is for 50% of journeys in England to be walked or cycled by 2030, and to achieve that, they'll be burning through £3.2 billion of our money, spending it on absolutely useless projects like the one we're looking at today. But the CEO of Active Travel doesn't care. Interestingly, the 50% of journeys thing isn't a new idea. They've been trying to implement it in one way, shape or form since the 1970s, and so far have failed. I shudder to think of the amount of money we've spent. The roundabout has been built as part of what they call, and I don't know why everything needs to have a silly marketing name, the Hemel Hempstead Quietway. And I know what you're thinking. There's nothing quiet about an industrial estate. And you're right. But the council disagree and think that running a quiet way, which is nothing more than a cycle and footpath through the middle of an industrial estate, is a great idea. For the most part, it was just a case of build some cycle paths next to the existing roads, but the Quietway route choice meant having to cross over the roundabout on Boundary Way, so their solution was to rebuild it into what we see today. Could they have used the public path a short distance away and with some careful route choices avoid the cost of a roundabout? Yeah, they sure could have. They say that the roundabout and Quietway will reduce congestion by encouraging the motorists to leave the car at home and walk or cycle, benefiting not only your health but the environment, and you'll be able to explore the open green spaces which will soon be filled with 11,000 houses. Wait, what? Here's the real plan for Hemel Hempstead, and you'll see the roundabout and Quietway form but a tiny fraction of what is no doubt to be a huge building project, and this is why this roundabout and Quietway are actually a waste of time. There's nothing quiet about a Quietway in an industrial estate surrounded by 11,000 houses, of which most will have a car, so we're adding thousands of vehicles to an area you set out to improve environmentally by adding a stupid roundabout. It somewhat undermines the argument, and from what I can tell, there are no plans to change any of the roads, and I know the area quite well. It's a pain in the arse as it is. You wait until they add 11,000 houses. No, wait, sorry, I'm wrong. I forgot about the main objective behind all of this, meaning at least 5,500 of those new households will be walking or cycling, because that's what they said, and congestion will be a thing of the past. Somehow. Let's not worry about the other 5,500 houses. Yeah, who am I kidding? The plans are for these houses to be completed by 2050, so we're going to put this right over here on the pile of things to never be finished. And whilst we wait for that, we can enjoy Hemel's Dutch-style roundabout, and Active Travel England are one step closer to achieving their goals by 2030. Oh, what's that? It didn't work. Oh well, not our problem, we tried. Thanks for the money, and thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care, bye-bye. Quick, Over there, there's a cyclist. It's the only one I've seen whilst being here. I don't want to film him too much, but there he is.